like, hey, you better say this. And I'm like, okay.
I don't write nothing. Yo, we back. Oh no, no, we back. This is the first time. Brunch boys, brunch boys, brunch boys. We don't have no sound
Hey,
effects.
Brunch Boys,
welcome to
Brunch
Brunch
Boys.
Boys.
Hey, welcome, 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 welcome. So we got, I think to my right or left, I can't tell. I don't know how this works, but I got Joshua D. Booker. Can I
Oh,
get a round of
but
applause?
hey.
And to my bottom, pause.
Bottom.
we got we got Jesse Jameson Jr. in the
Hey,
he's in the
What's up,
country,
Junior?
and then
what do
lastly but not least, we got Buff Man, Fit Man himself, Korean pop idol, arms so big they don't fit in the screen. Arvin
Ooh,
Della Paz.
Oh man.
hey, thank you guys. I know you guys are really, really, really busy, man. Thank you for taking out the time to come out here and give your thoughts and opinions, man. It's well appreciated.
Yeah. This was actually Jesse's idea, but I like it because obviously we don't get to see each other often, and so this is a nice way for us to connect and just talk our shit.
Mm,
Talk our
and
stuff. Have you guys checked out our podcast? We Working Fam?
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Y'all been doing a great job. Thanks for having us on. And yeah, I've been peeping from afar. Like, okay, those are my guys on there.
For
Yeah,
sure.
all right. Yeah, we appreciate it, man. I think I really wanted to do this because obviously uh, this is a good segment just to get different perspectives, and because obviously it's kind of hard for us to have guests on. So I think this is a lot easier for us to interact with people and have like a special segment where we eat, and it's like if we were eating there. I think
You're not
the
even.
best restaurant.
Are you going to a drive-through?
Oh,
Yeah, I already
Jesse,
got food.
he Jesse.
I got
Okay,
food already.
yo, everybody, show what you guys are eating. Go ahead, Booker. What you eating? What you got on
You,
the plate?
you know the cinnamon raisin bagel with like the apricot jelly. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, he got the
Uh,
apricot.
uppercut.
Yeah, yeah, and the
Uppercut?
coffee. We all
Is
blessed
it upper?
around here. Wait,
Is it
wrong side.
uppercut?
Blessed one time.
Bless.
Apricot.
All right.
Uppercut.
So I got I actually made something today. So I got some eggs and turkey bacon. I already had some bites and then some coffee. So that's what I got on deck. Jesse, what you got, man?
I went to Mickey D's, got me the Old Faithful egg McMuffin,
Can't go
got
wrong.
that hashy, got some coffee and some OJ. I wish I had a little champagne in my OJ.
That'd be
Hey,
nice.
almost going up.
I know.
Yeah, man. But how you guys feeling, man? How you guys doing?
Wait. What about Arvin?
Oh,
Arvin got some Filipino, some something.
I'm a little
Filipino
late to the
salami.
show because I couldn't get on, so I wasn't making my food. But I've got I got egg white omelets with spinach.
Ooh.
Making the coffee right now, and I'm gonna follow up with some. Not all good. It's gonna be potato cheese balls.
Hey,
Okay.
who the
That
champions right here.
that
Portos, baby. I got Portos delivered yesterday, so they came frozen. Like all we gotta do is put it in the oven for 30 minutes.
Hey man, you got money.
Nah.
You got
Classy.
money. You got money.
Well, that's
Classy,
good.
classy boy.
It's good that you guys are eating good. Hey, I kind of wanted to start off this episode of Brunch Boys, kind of talk about the doc, the Jordan doc, and get your guys' point of view on it. I don't know who's watched it. I watched it.
I watched it.
You watched it, Booker, Jesse? You haven't got to it
Uh,
yet.
no, but I get the gist.
So some of the things that like been talked about is like how Pippen's been criticized and like how Jordan's been perceived like through the doc. But what do you guys thought on it? And then also like the whole conversation on the GOAT kind of changed. Like LeBron was kind of taking that over, but then Jordan was with his doc is now like, nah, that's always been me. And then Kobe got a little respect out of this too, that little segment that he had. And so I kind of wanted to get your guys' point of view on it. What do you think, Book? Let's just start with you.
I think that's how like the narrative is in regards to any great player. Like they try to kind of diminish the supporting cast to elevate, the star player. So that's unfortunate for Pippen.
Hmm.
But all in all, that GOAT debate, the old heads start to come about like, okay, yeah, this is what it really was, to kind of like refresh like the younger generation, like, okay, this was Jordan. So I think, it just makes it that much more interesting.
Nah, for sure. I think so too. I think that there is no Kobe without Jordan, and then there is no LeBron without Kobe. I felt like it was just that like that lineage, like that it worked out that way. But Jordan really set that tone. He really set up the league, and then every player after that. That's how I felt. What about you, Jesse? Since you say you got the gist of it.
Well, what I got out of it is that Michael Jordan got the biggest rebrand ever. That
Mm.
was like the biggest rebrand. Like he just reinvented himself and made him so relevant at this time all over again. Like all I hear is people talk about Jordan or Jordan shoes or oh, are you gonna be great like Jordan? Like man, I've never heard Jordan's name so much that the last 2 weeks or the month, however long it's been airing. Uh, but I think he got the biggest rebrand, right? And I think seeing that different perspective, like we all knew he was GOAT, but we were so used to that Gatorade, that McDonald's, that idol that we idolized, right? He was like godlike. But seeing how he was flawed, and we knew about, like, obviously when we got older we read about it, but just to see it and be remembered of that, like, man, he was human, man. He was a boss, like smoking cigars after the game. Like he just had a different swag. Like, dice games in the on the bus, like he was just a normal person, and him being humanized, I think it's great, and it kind of solidifies him even more, because like I said, you realize he's just like one of us, just good at basketball,
I thought,
really good at basketball.
yeah, no, I thought it was cool to see him like with his bodyguards, like shooting dice in the back. Uh,
Oh, yeah.
How, yeah, that man, that boy, whoever that guy was funny. I wanted to see like a picture of him now. Like, does he still look like that? That
Probably dead.
that, huh?
He's probably dead.
Oh,
R.I.P. R.I.P. He lives on in the memes though. He lives on in the
That's the
memes.
best meme that came out of that whole thing. Next to Jordan. Next to Jordan on the iPad.
Yeah,
yeah,
that
when
that
Jordan's looking at the iPad.
Hey, here it is.
when he was like, yeah, Peyton was no problem, and then Peyton,
Glove, I had no problem with the glove.
yeah, man. What do you think, Armin? What do you think about the doc? What you get out of it?
Pretty much similar to what the other guy said. The Jordan brand, his timing is always so perfect. Quarantine, everybody's stuck at home. Not all the kids are watching. Now everybody wants to rock AJ ones again. I mean, it's been popular, but to spark the fire once again. Man, I was online myself looking at like gold chains, like trying to get two from that dunk contest that he was in, but I haven't yet. I never pulled the trigger, but
Those gold
I
chains are
think
nice.
I think the human aspect of it, where you realize that he is human, and it's crazy how much he sacrificed for the success and for the fame and for to be able to tolerate the media and to live the way he lived. And then you see him, the way I saw it was like the doc started, he was all alone, and it ended, he was all alone. He was sitting there with cigar, no friends, no family around him. But that was, I think, like the price to pay. He was not the scapegoat, but like he was willing to be that guy, to be alone at the end, to be, I don't know, like kind of like a soldier's soul type of situation. The way I saw it, I was like, wow, this is kind of like in a poetic standpoint, that this guy had everything in the world, from money to fame to all the attention to all the light. And then in the end, even though still successful, no doubt, I mean, like, it's kind of the price to pay. Like, you don't have anybody around you that really likes you. All your friends that were the closest to you in those most enduring times are all gone. You lost your dad, and then you have your friends, your teammates that were with you for 82 games in the season, almost nearly year round. I mean, and then the playoffs, you're in playoffs every year. They're all criticizing you for the way you showed them. You highlighted them on your documentary. So it's kind of crazy how that goes. But it's like, hey, Jordan is Jordan. He's up there. He's alone at the top. And I mean, I think what you said about him, like, without Jordan, there's no Kobe. I mean, like, when it was Jordan's time, he would refuse to say he was the best. He would always say, I'm nothing without, Kareem, without, Larry, without Magic. So it's kind of the way it goes. And like old heads, new heads, they're just never gonna give up the idea that who they perceive as the best player will someday no longer be the best player. Like LeBron, there's going to be another player past LeBron that's going to take over the media. It's going to take over the shoe game. But,
So is it fair to say that there is no Jesse without Arvin? There's no Andy without Arvin. There's no Booker without Arvin. So is that the lineage right there?
There's no Arvin without you guys.
No, that's true. Everything that Arvin said right now is true. And then it's crazy because like for all of us, like I didn't think about it like you said right now. Like you start alone and you end up alone. You can have all that money, and like, is that a career or like a path that any of us would really want?
No.
That's it. It's like, would you ever, if you were given the opportunity to be that guy? That's kind of a question you want to give yourself, like.
And then do you have like the willpower to go through with it?
I mean, with what you have now, it's kind of hard, like, to say, I'm willing to lose this to have that.
But once you get a taste of like family and friends, like,
Yeah.
are you willing to give that up? Because he didn't really have that to begin with, so like it was easy for him to just go with it.
He had a family, but that's just the weird thing. Like, they were never like a part of his glory. Like, he barely credited them. It was
Well,
all.
his pops, like his dad.
Oh yeah, yeah, and that was a part of his story. But as far as like you never got to see like what we saw with Kobe, and that's what makes Kobe great for me, because you got to see him transform into a family man after he retired. Jordan, he just continued to brand himself and stay in the shadows. But I don't blame him, because you saw what he went through. But
Yeah.
with the drama and whatnot. But I mean, all the greatest have to go through that. It's just.
Yeah.
You got to see Kobe be a family man and be dad, and it's cool. But there's no transformation with Jordan. It was just
So then,
seeing him do the dunk like forever, like.
But I think okay. So then LeBron, I feel like, has done that to a different extent. Like he took it to a whole nother level.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
Jordan brand is now a LeBron brand to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Like, does his legacy going to be better than Jordan's or Kobe's
In
once it's
terms
all
of
done?
culture, in terms of like fashion culture, like the way Jordan changed the shoe game completely. Like, nobody knew what basketball was across. I mean, like, the way
That's
that
true.
the U.S. basketball. You know how they said
Yeah.
Italy, France, they never seen basketball the way I mean, nobody, neither did the U.S. until Jordan showed up with the Jordans and the.
There was no fashion to
Right.
basketball before Jordan.
Nobody's done it to the game like Jordan did. Like, changed Nike, like carried Nike and but Nike signed LeBron for a lifetime deal, and I think they have more control over his
Brand.
his brand and how he carries himself from then on out. Like, Jordan had full control, like he was himself. But
Yeah.
LeBron kind of has these like, PR, like public relations, like, hey, you got to make sure you're this, you're that, you're this image, you're that image. You say be careful with this and that. So I don't know. I think LeBron has more changed the game more so as like joining super team. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
That's a whole other
I think
topic.
we were blessed.
Yeah, it's a whole other subject. Yeah, that's one of the things he's done. He changed the map in the NBA.
Yeah, like Nike was literally, about running shoes. Like it wasn't even about basketball shoes at all. And, to say that one individual shifted the focus of an entire company, like no one thought like, hey, he's going to put out these shoes and they're going to sell like that.
And they still sell it like 30 years later. Like, I'm one of those guys that's been looking up like Jordan is trying to buy some what is it, Jordan 1s, just because nostalgic.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of. I think
You
we
breaking up,
were
Jesse? You breaking up?
blessed to
Oh, there it
see
is.
three. I said I think we were glad to see three iconic players in our lifetime. Do you guys think like the NBA has a lot to do with that player image? Like they pick that one player that they're gonna idolize, focus on to make them that person.
I think, yeah, like they did that with Curry, and I think they're doing that with Giannis right now.
The
I think
golden child.
And Zion. I
Breaking
think
up.
Zion as well.
you're breaking up, Jesse.
All right,
You're in the country.
I'm turning in right now. I know.
You're really outside, man. I thought we were supposed to be quarantined.
I
I'm
know.
only
Oh,
messing
he
with
in
Jesse.
Texas. It's different out there. It's different.
It's different out there. He's in the country. But yeah, no, I think they pick players though. What do you say, Marvin?
Oh, so he's driving around with a mask on. It looks scary out there.
No, I had went to McDonald's, but I wanted to find a spot, but I'm in the country, so there's no way for me to.
My guy is looking left and right. Like, what's happening?
Look like you're getting chased.
You don't have a backup camera, Jesse?
I do.
Then why are you doing that?
Oh, there's a gas station right here. I'm gonna pull up to the gas station.
Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, he looked like he sold that car.
He looks super suspect,
Yeah.
especially with those Jordan glasses.
Those are Jordan. I thought those were the Pippen glasses. Oh, those are the championship Jordan glasses. Yeah, the circular ones.
All right, look at I found a good spot to chill, man. I'm good.
You know what I would have wished that would have jumped on with us was Rose, but I figured that he probably wasn't going to. I sent him the link, but he probably had a lot to say about this.
Yeah,
About this.
he probably would.
Yeah. But all right. So I was gonna ask also, like, what have you guys been doing during this quarantine? How's your now it's been like 3 months, going on 3 months, I think, of quarantine, something like that. How you guys dealing with it? Are you guys done with it? Wishing it was over? Or are you cool with it?
I want it to be over, man. I'm so sick of this.
I miss being outside. Honestly, like I miss like putting on regular clothes and like even going to get something to eat in a restaurant.
Yeah, restaurant, going to the store, like not the store, but like going to the mall and going to like shopping and the whole experience of physically doing things. We really got a whole gist of just online shopping for 3 months and everything online. It's terrible. The disconnect it's very depressing.
Yeah. What do you think, Buck?
I definitely agree.
Yeah, I'm definitely ready for it to be over. You know, just be able to be around, you know, family, friends, you know, to have the opportunity to have this exact, you know, scenario, but like we're all around each other or like something like that, you know, seeing my grandma, nieces and nephews, cousins, stuff like that. You know, that's what I miss the most for sure.
Yeah, look at that portals.
Miss playing basketball. See, now that it is open, a lot of stuff is open in Texas. It just doesn't feel the same. It doesn't feel the same like we were talking about before we recorded. I don't know, like if you were single, how you would talk to somebody at a bar now. Like you can't dance no more with each other. You know, you have to stay in your own group. Like, how do you talk to somebody? Like, you're gonna really learn sign language and be like, "Come here," you know, throw kites. You're gonna be throwing kites, little paper notes. Like, do you like me? Yes or no? Circle.
It's just gonna be a you have or you have coronavirus? Check yes. Check no.
Hey, yeah. When they're gonna give you a mask in the front, and then depending on what color mask, it's gonna say, "Are taken single." I don't know.
That's crazy. That's crazy. But I mean, we before we even had girlfriends or wives, like we use social media. So it's like I don't think it's gonna be that difficult. I think it'll be difficult when you go out and like hang out at the bar or the club. I think people are like staying distant from each other. Because yesterday I went to Home Depot to buy something to build here at the house, and everybody they're social distancing, but you could tell like there's no the human like touch or like just body language is like stay away from me, and like everybody's cold. It just feels cold. Maybe that's the word that I'm looking for. So like there's the communication is gonna change, I feel, and that's the sucky part about it. Because like for maybe all four of us, like we all get along with people, and it's gonna be hard for us to like kind of turn that off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially with our family and friends. Like I feel like that'll be okay, but like on the outside, like real world.
I think we're gonna go back to normal as far as the social part. There's gonna be different behaviors that are gonna change. I think that we're gonna be just as warm when we get back because everyone's gonna miss doing what they used to do. Everyone's gonna come back like I can't believe like those people that are staying away from you are actually the best kind of people right now because they care the most because they're like, hey, this pandemic is on its way down. Why risk it now? And once it's lifted, once the quarantine rules are lifted and people will edge back to normal. I mean, like the farmers market has opened up last week. The farmers market opened up. A couple of the markets out here in Apple Valley opened up, and you can see people. They're still kind of social distancing, but they're so happy to see each other, and it actually like it gives you a deeper sense of appreciation for one another in the community. And I saw that, and I was like, man, this. I mean, everybody's getting quarantine fatigue. Everybody's tired of it. But I can see that, that it's not about the being irritated with one another for not following the rules, but I think there's just this sense of like longing for the community, which is awesome because it's bringing people together. The conversations are great. They're like, it's all like funny because they're like, oh, where have you been? I'm at home, like, and then like they laugh about it, and then just move on to the next thing, which is, it was great. It was great to see.
So,
Yeah,
but that was
I think I'm getting criticized because a lot of stuff are more lenient out here. And I went to the bar the other day to support, a good friend. She's really awesome. She hasn't worked in 2 months, so I needed to support her. So I wanted to support the local businesses. But yes, it does feel weird. And then like I know like since we're kind of a little ahead of you guys. I know to you guys, especially Blevins, I wish he was on. Like, this guy is going crazy that he sees me out. Like, dude, he's going crazy. He said he's not listening to the podcast until I stay my butt home.
Damn.
But like I told Andy, like we expose ourselves every day at work. Like, I'm more scared of the people at work giving me something versus me being outside, because when I'm outside, I could control my own. I could distance myself, right? I have more control and put myself in a good element,
Yeah, I think Arvin going to the farmers market it's just a different crowd of people too, though, because those are people that are like health centric and like they're just different. They're just different people in society. So maybe they're open and just maybe nicer.
I hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, and so like the things that I've dealt with at work, or maybe even Booker, or maybe even you, all of you guys, like there's just some people just that are really resistant to like the guidelines, and like they're like, nah, like I'm not gonna put a mask on. You're gonna service me, or like you crazy if you think you're not gonna let me in, and so and then Jesse going to support his friend. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. Like we should support local businesses. I think you just definitely gotta stay on the safer side of things. So.
Yeah, and it's not like it's something that's every day. You're not going out and doing everything, and you got to ease back into it. But I think like it's just really weird out there. But
I think it sucks that we have to justify ourselves like how Jesse is doing right now about going out and being with friends and supporting.
Yeah, like you guys,
So
like
I think it sounds ridiculous. People, like I know for a fact that we have to. In a community standpoint, I'm always trying to see the bigger picture now. Now that I've become more a part of I'm more in tune with my career. I've been able to see the bigger picture and look at things from a different standpoint. But I just think it sucks that no matter when we go do something, we either have to hide it because we're afraid of having to explain ourselves. Like, it's dumb. It's totally stupid. And I don't think people should. I think it's on its way down. You do have, like Andy said, stay on the safer side of things. But I mean, there should be no shame in going out. I mean, you go to the store every day, as long as you got your mask on or whatever, follow the quarantine rules. We already know that the pandemic's on its way down. We just don't want to act reckless. The thing is when you go to a club, it's just or a bar, it's just very hard to do those things. And that's why, don't worry about, I mean, you're getting judged by some people, Jesse. So I'm not judging you. I mean, you got to do what you got to do, but at the same time, it's on its way down. As long as you're healthy, people around you are healthy, and you kind of have faith in that, do your thing, right?
Yeah, I think you're right. And okay, well, we're done with that, man. I get it's I don't like the negativity.
We're not ganging up on you. You're good. We're not ganging up on you.
Hey, but we didn't really, you gave a great introduction, Andy, but we didn't tell, for those that don't know, they don't know, like, these are our guys, right?
Oh yeah, man. Yeah. So
like, these are our guys. Like these there's 6 of us, and that's like a big brotherhood from us, right? Like we've been friends for a long time. I don't even consider you guys my friends. You guys are my brothers. So if you guys never seen these 2 people, it's because they're our brothers.
If we never see them, because they're our brothers. Never see.
Where's he going?
if you've never been, let me rephrase that. If you've never been introduced to these gentlemen, because maybe like some of my Texas listeners may not know Booker and Arvin, so some of Arvin's people in the Philippines may not know.
Damn.
So I'm just saying, we gave their government names, but we didn't tell the relationship that they had with us.
Very true. Yeah. So I think Jesse said it really well. Yeah, man. We love these guys, man. We've been friends with all. How long have we all been friends, like collectively?
I think since what, 2012?
No. Well,
no, not 13.
Yeah.
No.
2012.
I didn't know Booker. Booker was like, he didn't even go through puberty yet.
Booker was 8 years old.
Booker had his little Bow Wow poster.
He still has that.
He has the little Romeo.
Oh, yo, wow, that's us.
No, I would say like concise, like together as a group.
Well, I would say I was like 20. I was like 20 when I like met you guys.
It was like 14, 15,
years.
2014, 15.
Yeah, it's been about 7, 8 years.
Oh crap! Yeah, I lost track.
Because Booker, you're the last one to join the group, right?
Yeah. I was. I cemented the legacy.
Yeah, you're like the White Ranger.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, you are the White Ranger. Yeah.
That's weird because Tommy's been there all along, so I don't know.
Oh yeah, technically. Technically. No, Tommy came in later.
Yeah. He was like Green Ranger. He was evil.
He's a Green Ranger.
And then they made him. Yeah.
Wasn't Tommy like all 3 of the Rangers? He was red, green, and white. He was all of them.
He did what he wanted to do,
Hey, he was the black one too. He was actually 4.
What the heck?
Was he gold? I don't know. I forget. But
he was
the
gold.
one that's left now.
There was like 20 different types of Power Rangers. It was all different types of ones.
I think they were just trying to spark the interest.
Fire.
You could only fight so many Megazords. I don't understand how.
Yeah, I remember because Booker was still ordering strawberry. What was it?
Strawberry lemonade.
Strawberry lemonade that we were ordering at the bar.
Oh
yeah, I remember that.
Can I get a strawberry lemonade?
Like maybe a week before his birthday, I was like, just order a damn beer, and they gave him a beer without checking him. He was like,
dude.
He was shaky. He was like.
my hands were sweating like like I was just looking like, okay, like I'm gonna drink this, and then the cops are just gonna bust in the door. I turned 21.
Oh man,
he was all sweated, but Booker tried to play it off. He was like, he just spills the beer and shit. He's like,
Booker probably put a straw in his beard.
Very cool.
Hey, can I have an umbrella, please? This beer it tastes like malt. I can't drink this. Can I have the strawberry lemonade, please?
If I buy a bottle.
Oh, man. Hey, so crazy.
If I knew how to post pictures on here while we're talking, I would. I would doing his first beer.
Oh my goodness.
That's guts, man. We come a long way.
That's funny because how old are you, Booker? 24?
I'm aging though. Jesse will always say I'm 22 for like
always
years.
22 every year.
Dude,
But,
I was like, how old are you?
27.
Dang.
Damn, see, we've known him for What year is it, man? Come on.
7, yeah.
16. It was like 2013, 14.
And that's crazy. I didn't think it was that long ago.
I think it had to been 13 because that's when I first started, and then that's when you came seasonal. And yeah, I think it was in 2013.
Seasonal? Damn.
Yeah.
I think Booker and I
He was only doing data transfers.
Yeah, me and Arvin went in at the same time. He was a regular rep and I was seasonal, and we got hired at the same time.
So if people don't know what we're talking about, it's T-Mobile. So all 4 of us worked at T-Mobile. At one point, still work at T-Mobile, except for Arvin. He went on to his nursing career. Booker's working on working on school, and then Jesse and I. And Booker's still working. He's number 1 in the company.
Oh gosh.
Hey, congrats, man. If I had my soundboard right now, I'll give you that round of applause right now, man. But we'll get that.
Hey, good looks, guys.
We'll
just like you said, like each ball player takes something from their predecessors, the people that came before, took little bits and pieces, from what you did, what Jesse did, what Arvin did, and then just kind of, parlayed that into winner circle, you know what I'm saying?
And then you're going to get that into that management position, gain that experience, man. That's going to be cool, man.
Yeah, one step at a time.
One step at a time. There it is. Hey, what did you take from all of us? Like, Booker, I want you to tell us what you took from all of us and what you didn't take. Because right now I'm looking at your facial hair. It's gotten really good. So I was just thinking about to myself, like, you didn't get that from Jesse.
As far as, it's funny, I was actually like talking about this very subject like a few days ago. I'll start with Jesse. He's extremely like organized as far as like, I want things in a certain way. So I think I took away like how meticulous Jesse is. Mm-hmm. So I find myself, I'm trying to like control different facets and kind of like, okay, I want things done this way. So that's how it's going to kind of go. Arvin, I would say his attention to detail. He's really like attentive and like in tune as far as like friendships, school, sports, anything like that. Like he's really, his attention to detail is just like crazy. So I find myself looking at like the little things. And then I always call Andy Nino, or like I see him as like he's my Yoda, like when I'm Luke in the jungle, like so like I'm Luke in the jungle, like I'm over Yoda. Here like
Luke or Luda? Ludacris in the jungle?
Yato.
But just as far as like, okay, you've been receptive and learning different things and being able to kind of try to give it back to others. So how Andy is like, all right, I'm trying to soak up as much knowledge as I can. And then I'm not just going to like hoard it or hold it. I'm going to try to like give it here. So, I've tried to take that role in like, other people's lives. So when someone else is coming up, they're going to be like, oh, like I got this from Booker. you know, kind of like leaving your stamp.
Footprint.
Like,
Yep.
mhm.
You becoming you got the juice now, so you becoming the big brother now. So you got to give off that knowledge
You gotta
now.
share it. Yeah, you
He
gotta
has
share
the
the
Yeah.
wealth
juice.
with
He has the
everybody.
sauce now.
Oh, you got the sauce. Oh, what is it? What was that? Remember your line?
Juice is temporary. Sauce is forever.
It's facts.
Ooh.
Like, how long is that juice in your fridge for? You know
It,
what
ex-
I'm saying?
it expires.
Yeah, you drinking it. That OJ is in there 3-4 days. How long
Yeah.
that ketchup or that hot sauce been in there?
Ooh, or Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire?
That'd be
Worcestershire?
that'd be in there for about 4 years. You don't need a splash.
Shake it up a bit, like mix it.
Man, hey, well, that's good. I think the biggest part to you, Book, like, is having that a great student mentality, man, because a lot of people are not willing to learn those traits or be able to take stuff from people because they have their own pride and they have their own views. For you to be able to be open to stuff and to be able to adapt, that really, really shows your intelligence level, and obviously it's reflecting on your metrics. So, hey, man, that's really hard trait, man, and that's something that you give off. You need to give that off, right? It's that student mentality, the ability to adapt. I think you'll probably be one of the best basketball coaches ever, Phil Jackson. You should start thinking about it.
Dang. I would
You
just
know,
be like, get on the line. Suicide
get on the
right
line.
now.
Get on the line. Hey, because all the great coaches weren't the best basketball player.
Oh snap! I got that late.
Oh shit! I didn't want to touch on my damn cheese plate.
Damn.
Well, I'll just say, next time we in Texas, lace them up, man. Just lace
Hey,
them
I
up.
had
That's
to
all
build. I
I'll
built
say.
you up. I built you up to be you. I idolized you up here. That I had to bring you down. You know, I didn't want you to get to your head.
Humble you, man. You
Yeah, I had to
can't
humble you
think
real
like
quick.
that.
Hey, you would have went to work with the extras. I'd be like, "Oh, Worcestershire. Oh, Worcestershire." Hey, he would have had a decrease in sales, and he's like, "Oh shoot, I lost the sauce."
Like I'm juiced again.
Yeah, I'm juice boy.
Oh snap! Y'all out of hand right now.
Jesse needs
Oh
to be a
man,
life. Jesse should be a life coach.
Oh my god, this
What
would
up,
be
guys?
the most stressful life coach ever, dude.
He would. He would have an itinerary.
Best client. I'd be like, Jesse's like, why you doing this? Why you doing this? It's not a part of the itinerary.
All I picture,
This is the embassy suite. What is this?
Jesse. I like to picture his picture would be when Hamza ordered what he ordered at the steak place, fish or something.
Oh, that was me. I was trying to
Oh,
order
you.
that. Yeah, fish.
Yeah, that would be his picture for his. Look at his face. Yeah.
I was so disappointed. Like that hurt me. Like it hurt my heart.
I
He's like,
ordered the steak.
we went to the steakhouse and he was like, "Can I get the fish with the strawberry lemonade?"
Like they described it good. Like it was a salmon.
I'm sure it was
man.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, I probably would have got the fish now if I was there.
He
I'm
was
sorry, Buck.
he was-
I
I'm
was
sorry,
selfish.
but I'm sorry for the way I treated you then.
Oh man, I'm a horrible person, man. How do you life coach the coach?
Damn, see, that's why he's a good coach. He already coached you on how to be a life coach.
Oh
My
dang,
brain
man.
hurts. Hey, I'm mad that I'm the only one eating in this Brunch Boys thing. I'm the only one that's been eating this whole time.
I've been eating.
I'm eating right now.
What?
I've been chewing on my food.
No, you haven't. Nobody.
Yeah,
I'm over here. I'm on like.
Look, I'm like halfway done.
I had
I'm done with my coffee and everything.
Okay, so next time we do this, we're gonna have to have our plates right in front of us to eat.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's not really. I mean, you can do brunch.
Look at, he's eating his apricot jam.
Yeah, we're
I keep
we're
hearing
eating.
uppercut.
Apricot.
Uppercut.
Hey, the whole purpose is that we're actually professional because I was worried about us smacking, or you could really tell you're eating, especially like if you just hear the audio of this. And I don't hear any of that, so I actually really like it. Like I don't hear anybody chewing, or
We're professional
it's not
eaters.
annoying. Yeah, it's not
Especially
annoying. Professionals, man. You guys are just professionals all around. Like, man.
I wish we would have made sounds because he would have been irritated.
No.
Like, what the fuck?
Like I was gonna get some cinnamon toast crunch and just.
Oh yeah, next time I got you. I'm gonna get some
He's gonna eat it
toast.
in a hat. He's gonna eat it in his hat.
Hey, have you guys been getting haircuts during this time? I know Jesse shaves. Booker,
I got one.
I got one
Yeah.
from a barbershop, but I've cut my hair twice already by myself.
Yeah, I've been coming out here.
For
Yeah,
sure.
Arvin dyes his hair. We talked about you, Arvin, before you got on. We said you're a one-man band, man.
A Korean band, K-pop band.
Yeah, you're K-pop. Like, you've had every hairstyle. I'm jealous though because you pull it off, man, and you have the courage, man. You do it.
I get bored easily.
You know how you play fighting games and you can like just put them in like different different costumes. Yeah, like you just click. I mean RT. That's all, like you click it like 8 times for Arvin. Like he has like a bunch. Like.
I have DLCs.
Oh my goodness. Andy's like, what are you guys talking about? I don't play games. I only play
I
basketball.
don't play.
2K.
I don't play games. I am the game.
I
Hey,
am
you
the
should hey, you should dye your chin hair. That would be
What, me?
wild.
Me?
No, Arvin.
Oh, I was like, what? That's good.
I'm actually
Ball with
working. I'm actually working towards some silver. I'm gonna do some like light,
Silver Surfer.
Gonna be platinum.
yeah,
Okay.
That's cool.
sophisticated. Not like Tokyo Drift almost. No,
So next time we do this, you're gonna be silver.
maybe we'll see.
You got to tell us your process the next time on what do you go through to make these transformations happen.
I'm not ready for the next episode.
Ooh, that's a bar right there. We're
Hey,
not
and
ready
you guys
for
are
it.
obviously you guys are more than welcome. Like every week, I'm gonna put some random people in. Like we're just gonna talk about different topics. So we I don't want you guys to feel like, oh, we already did it one time. I want you guys on every one if you guys can. Like if you guys can make it, we'll go around your schedule. But I think the best brunches I've had are with you guys. So
For sure.
What
Oh, hey, why'd he do that? He switched.
What was that?
So random.
Hey, you didn't have that shirt on. Did you just change shirts?
Ooh,
Do you
Yeah,
have a
Jesse,
display photo
he just-
over here, dude?
What the fuck? What was that?
That was, I don't even know. That was tricky.
That was weird. I don't feel like you had that red stuff on your hat neither. Like you changed hat, you just changed outfit.
you know me right now.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, hey, so yeah, we only came up with one topic for this, and that was the Jordan doc. So next time we'll come up with more topics. We just kind of wanted to say what's up to you guys and just hang out, and then next time we'll come a little bit more prepared, and it's been I've had a good time just seeing your guys' faces.
Great.
Yeah. I have a question though. I have a
Yo,
question. Why does Kobe Bean Bryant get left out of the conversation? Like he's just omitted. Like, oh, who's the GOAT, Mike or LeBron? And it's like, man, that dude out of Philly, who came through to LA, put 20 years in. Like,
One
he was
team.
nothing to he was nothing to sneeze at,
They stage of all the LA lights, and I think the problem is our resources. To answer your question, who's controlling the narrative is ESPN, and they want, I think, that wherever the money is at. I mean, where Kobe is there's no money coming in anymore for them. Where Kobe's not there, there's no. What they don't see an investment in someone that's gone. So I think that, I mean, they've already been on LeBron's nuts since he stepped into the league, before he stepped in the league. So they're going to continue to carry that until somebody they were trying to do Zion, but you know they're still kind of deciding on who to jump on next, who's nuts to ride. But the narrative, we're all just listening to ESPN. ESPN controls how we feel that day about a player, because they either make us hate him, or they either they try to force us to like somebody by putting all the good stuff about this one player. And
Yeah.
we can't have ESPN monopolize our sports ideas.
Right. They don't deserve to control the narrative.
That's it.
I think we all know in our hearts what he's done for us, especially for the city of LA and just the basketball world. And I think as long as we know that, no one's opinion is going to change that. That Kobe was the man. And yes, he doesn't get the respect, but he'll get it. He'll get his time. But I appreciate everything that he did, man. I miss him to this day.
Yeah, like speaking of ESPN, they ranked him 9th all time. I was
crazy.
like,
and I think they still get the outrage. They try to get that fight that without bashing LeBron, they can still get the pushback and get that attention that they want to get their stock up just by hating on Kobe, man. And that's they're doing that and just tainting his image and not giving him the respect he deserves.
Just like what they did with Jordan before the doc, man. Remember where they were like, "Oh, Jordan only played against the mailman and the milkman and freaking USP." Yeah.
Yes, and the plumber. Hornacek was low key a plumber, wasn't he? He was a plumber, a tall plumber. They were like, "You could play basketball," and then he would play basketball.
Yeah, but like, those were some men. Like, regardless, you're playing against some men. But
yeah. Yeah, I agree, Booker. He doesn't get the respect he deserves. I mean, he's the only one. They went to 4 finals together with Shaq, obviously, but that doesn't matter. Then he did 3 finals by himself, won 2 of them back to back, and he went through all those bad teams and still dominated the league. And he carried the Lakers to greatness 5 times. Like, what else can you ask for?
And he played different teams for the majority of the time. Like, he obviously had to go through the Titans of the Spurs and Dallas and at that time Phoenix. And then the East was always different. There was always a different, like, they never saw LeBron in the finals. So he saw Dwight Howard, he saw the Nets, he saw, I'm trying to remember who else, Boston a couple times.
Twice.
Yeah. So then he had a different adversary.
He beat Boston. He beat Boston in the 7th game. Like,
that's the wildest.
What else do you want?
Yeah.
So
that man's great.
But man, I never thought about it like Arvin thought about it. That is a really great point. The fact that the powers that be control what the public thinks, so it pushes our perception one way or the other. Because the conversation will be either LeBron or whoever is the name, and then if Kobe isn't, put on there, then people won't talk about it.
Yeah. Because I think, like I said earlier, they're trying to force those people like Greek Freak, right? So I can't even say his full name, so I'm just gonna say the Greek Freak. But like how they're trying to dominate. I don't think he will be the face, right? Like, I look at a guy like Zion, right? This guy had so much hype around him coming into the league, and he had all these televised games, and he's like showing out. Unfortunately, it got cut short. But man, like that, they bought so much hype around him. I watch every Pelican game that I can because I want to see Zion, right? And I don't watch every Milwaukee game. I'm not turning on, let me go see Greek the Freak just dunk. Yeah. But I to see a Zion dunk, like, I'm like, wow. Like, I think we like the action. We like those alley-oops, those good plays. But I think they put a lot of spotlight on him, and I think his future, mark my words today, I'm not going to say he's going to be better than LeBron, but he's going to be like that next big star for now.
Right? Yeah. The golden child for ESPN.
Yeah, because I don't think Yeah, he was clutch at some times, and like I said, he's gonna dominate. He's learning. He's just a rookie, right? I think you got to give a player 5 years, and I've always tell you guys that. Like, remember when we would have D'Angelo Russell talks? Like, he sucked the first couple years, right? And then look, he turned into a beast, right? And not Devin Ebanks though. Yeah, we fell asleep on him.
Oh.
Devin Ebanks. Where's he at?
No, he
He's
long
nowhere.
gone.
Hey, but like Curry, it took
Hold
him
on.
5 years to develop.
Oh, no, that was
I think like give it 5 years, man. That guy's gonna be a monster.
Mhm.
I'm sure he is. I mean, like you're riding your wave. You know what I mean? And then if you are getting all that love and attention and that stock from people that are investing in you, I think you'll be able to. If people are investing in you, companies are investing in you. You have the edge over the player that has nothing. You don't have he doesn't have the resources. He doesn't have the hype men. So you don't have that confidence to go out there and kill it. And you have to really build your own stock, and that's what sucks because that's what puts other players in the shadows of others.
Yeah, and then I look to your point. Like I look at stock, right? Like Jordan, Zion, right? New Orleans, right? New Orleans, Zion, Jordan. Guess who else got a Jordan deal?
Who?
Jameson.
Tatum. Tatum.
I thought you
Tatum
guys
got some.
Sean Payton. Yep, he's the head coach for the New Orleans Saints, right? So there's a lot of Jordan money in that city, man. So I wouldn't be surprised if something comes out of that. Either like NFL, the NFL team going to the Super Bowl, or maybe the Pelicans next year making it to the playoffs and getting that shine. It's that money, man.
Good points. Good points. You guys think the league will come back? I know they're talking about Disney.
Yeah, I'm seeing the latest thing, and they're saying it's about like mid-June. They should start ramping up. The early June, they'll be able to get into the camps again and start training to get back into shape. Mid to late June, like after the 20th, there should be some kind of something we can watch.
Okay, so here's a question. LeBron wins a title during the quarantine comeback. Does that skew his legacy because he won it under? No.
No,
Okay.
Because Tim Duncan did it on the lockout.
He wasn't ahead. He didn't have an advantage over anybody. Like everybody had to sit and everybody had to get up.
Will there be an asterisk next to this championship for him if they win?
No, I think it shows.
Just to always say that
Something will be said.
14 year 2020. That's just what they're gonna say.
Something will be said. But go ahead.
But I think it shows more discipline. Like, who's been working, who's been eating right, who's been staying focused, and collectively as a group, so I think it's going to be a little more challenging, especially to adapt to however they format it, this, that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, it should be, not an asterisk next to it, but hey, he did that in 2020,
So the other question is, and you guys are all right, is like the teams that weren't in the playoffs, weren't even going to make the playoffs, what incentives do they have to come back? Like the season should just be over for them, right?
No.
I think it's
but some of those players feel that way, and then some of them will come back just for the paycheck because they haven't got paid.
It's
right.
Oh, of course. At the end of the day, it's money.
Obligation.
Yeah, because not just money, but like your stock, like this whole thing. Like if you're end of the season and if you have a chance to ball out and get your numbers up, just so you can get on the better team next year, and it's so important to be in playoffs because everybody's watching during the playoffs. Everyone. So if you don't make the playoffs, you're thinking about next year, but you're not going to get to next year if your stock is low. This is your chance to have maybe if they give you 15, 20 games to really prove yourself, because I mean you're going to disappear into the shadows if you're not only not in the playoffs, but you didn't ball out in the whack team that you were on. So it's like that's it. At least D'Angelo Russell, who has, like we've been talking about, who hasn't been making the playoffs, he's been balling out. His numbers show he got paid. He got be banked out. He got the bag.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, he should be a sports agent.
And he's on the Timberwolves.
Hey, I think you should do it March Madness style, like as far as bring in those bad teams. Say, hey, the playoffs we extending, everybody in.
Oh yeah,
Like,
because
run it.
you get Booker, you catch Booker on a good day. He might take somebody out.
On a,
That's
on a
the
good day,
problem, you know.
Devin,
every day is a
Devin,
good day when I'm out
not
there. You know
Joshua.
what I'm saying?
Devin, not Joshua.
Oh, we
Devin.
got a special guest, guys. Special guest.
all right, this is my sports
Hey.
agent.
Okay.
She makes all the decisions.
She's controlling the money.
Yeah. Look at her.
Hey,
Hey,
bro.
hi, Ava. Hi, Ava.
She looks older than Carter already.
Carter's still what, 3?
I'm dead.
Carter and Booker never aged to me. I think they're the same age forever.
Hey, let's go, Agent Gracefully.
That's good. Man, I think that's it, guys. Man, I think that this is awesome, man.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you guys.
We could talk all day if we could. You know.
Yeah.
I know this thing will be gone.
We'll be
3
going for
hours.
hours.
5-hour podcast.
Yeah,
so-
man. No,
Go ahead,
go
Jesse.
ahead, man. Go ahead.
No.
I don't got nothing to say. I was just saying, man, that I appreciate you guys.
Same. Appreciate you guys, man. And hopefully next time we get some more fellas to jump on with us. And if you guys think of any ideas or topics you guys want to talk about, let us know. And
You gotta run it by me, and then I have to like analyze it, do my research, and then I send it back to Andy. Then he writes our script for us, and we have to memorize our lines.
All right, you got it.
At all.
Hey, we'll get this out, and we're gonna do this YouTube, right? Are you gonna send me the audio?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, send me the audio.
I'll run it by you.
Yeah, run it by me, man. Let's send it up to the market execs.
All right. All right, guys,
Hey,
man.
This will be dope, man. So we're gonna keep doing this, man. But thanks, fellas.
I'm down. Just let me know.
All right, thank
y'all.
you for
Good
having
seeing
me.
you guys,
For
man.
sure.
All right, you guys be safe. All right.